And woo, woo, woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo,
Yeah.
woo, woo.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Convos with your mom's favorites with hosts Moe and Greg. I am Moe.
I am Greg.
And we are back. We are back.
Yeah.
We are back with another episode
Here
for
we
who?
go. The people.
For the people. Uncle G, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you, nephew?
I am doing great.
Good.
My sinuses tried to take me out,
Good.
which is why there was no pod, but I survived.
Yeah. Are you taking anything?
Oh, let me tell you. From the moment something is a little off,
You start taking stuff?
I start taking everything imaginable because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like from the moment I said, when I woke up and I said, and this nostril was clogged, I immediately went and took double the vitamins. I took, supposed to take one allergy pill. I took two. I immediately went. You're supposed to take one emergency. I took two. I found some daytime medicine. I took that. I took some Tylenol. Like whatever it is, I don't know what is causing this problem, but it's gotta go.
Yeah, I hear you. I can't do it.
Like I even called in and got some antibiotics. Like
Really?
yes, I was just
I can't stand my head to be clogged up and my nose clogged up. I can't do it. It drives me nuts.
yeah. And it's crazy because usually, right, I do have these moments where I do have like I get sinus colds a lot. But crazy enough, they usually only happen to me when I'm on vacation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yes. Like I get like really sick on vacation.
You know what, yeah, but you know what happens? And I've heard that to happen to other people. They, you go, especially if you're going away.
Yeah.
When you're going away, you go to like another part of the United States or wherever you're going. That usually that happens.
Yeah.
To a lot of people.
I'm one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. It's usually fine if like it happens. I go down hard. But like you give me some meds. I sleep for like a good 3 hours, and then when I wake up, I'm good.
Okay. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but this one was something different.
Some people don't get better until they're on their way back home, until they get back here.
No, luckily I am not that
good,
person.
Good.
But I am doing better now.
Good.
Took a couple COVID tests just to make sure that
that it wasn't
that because that is still a thing out here.
That is still a thing, y'all.
So it wasn't that. So, but yeah, I'm good now.
Good.
And, I took this time to, watch a couple things because even though the writer's strike is still taking place, content is still being released.
And it's really funny you said that. I have to keep reminding myself that the writer's strike is still in effect because, again, sometimes something will come on. Like if I don't watch a lot of talk shows,
right?
But periodically I might turn one on, and I was watching one today. And I looked at it and I was like, why does this sound so weird or look so old? Look like it's kind of oldish.
Yeah.
And then I was, that's right, rerun. So it's the writer's strike.
Because the writer's strike is still a thing. Yeah. So, but content is still being released.
Yeah.
And we're going to start with because Black Mirror.
Okay. Let's go.
Black Mirror has released their long-awaited new season after being gone for like 4 years, it said.
Was it 4 years?
Yes.
Wow.
After being gone for 4 years because of the pandemic. Crazy enough, affected Black Mirror.
Oh, yeah. Because probably because of the fact that during the time when they would have been filming, would have been filming a new season. They weren't able, and now they had to No, that wasn't it.
That wasn't it.
Oh no. Okay, what happened?
The creators of the show said that there is so much tragedy taking place in the world.
Wow.
Given the content of some Black Mirror episodes, they said the world is already a dark enough place. In 2020, with everything that was going on, they said we're going to take a step back.
Okay. I can see that,
and we're not gonna.
I can see that.
Add to that,
because the heads up, the episodes on this season would kind of like mess with.
Absolutely,
they wouldn't have been good to watch.
No, not at all
during that season.
Not at all.
They would not have been good to watch you because they would have messed with your head. Yeah, they would.
Absolutely, because we from the very beginning, Joan is awful. Is the very first episode of the season, and what an incredibly layered mess of an episode.
That was incredible. My daughter said she said I got halfway through that one. She said I had to turn it off. She said it was messing with my head so bad. Yes. She was like, She said I can't, because she came down and she asked me. She said, "Did you watch that yet?" I said, "Oh yeah." She said, "Well," she said, "Don't tell me how it ended." I said, "You didn't watch the whole thing?" She said, "No." She said, "I got halfway through it and I had to turn it off." She said, because it was just like, oh my God, what is
Yes, man. Yeah. Incredibly, rough and just
it was rough. It was funny, but it was definitely
because it had the talented Salma Hayek in it.
Oh yeah,
and it had, I forget the other lady's name who we thought was playing
Joan, but she really
was.
She was.
It was a layer. There was like a layer to it.
She was just one of the layers
of Joan.
Yeah. And I think if anything, she was just a layer that came, that was woke to the whole thing.
Yes.
To the point where she wanted to do something about it.
Right.
She wanted to do something about it. I'm sure there were other ones, because the source, you would have thought that the source person, the original, that she would have been the one, but
then you did find out towards the end that the original Joan, Source Joan.
Yeah, Source Joan. That's what they called
her. It was in fact because Salma Hayek realized that she was like, "Hey, this has already happened. Mm-hmm. She's already done this." Mm-hmm. So then, that's when we actually find out that there was Source Joan, because that was my question when they walked into the room. And Michael Cera was sitting in the chair. And I was like, so if Salma Hayek is playing a Source Joan, if she's playing a Joan on a different level, is that actually Michael Cera sitting in that chair? Yeah. And we found out that that he had licensed his image to play a role
in the movie.
In the show.
So it's like all the actors in the show were CGI, or they had licensed their image to what did they call them? So what was the name of the station? It was a takeoff on Netflix.
Yes.
But they called it
Streamberry.
Yeah. They had licensed their images to Streamberry, so that they could be a part of, so that they could be in the show.
Right. But man, and then it just you get through that.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, what the crap?
Yeah.
And then you get to the next episode.
Yeah.
Which I think was that the one with the chick with no eyebrows? I'm drawing a blank at the order of the episodes.
Yeah, me too. I'm drawing a blank at the chick with the eyebrows. Refresh my memory.
She went to go with her boyfriend to visit his mom because they were shooting a documentary.
Oh, yeah.
And then she found out about the murders.
Yes. No, I don't think that was the second one. I think that was. No, that might have been the second one. You're right.
Yeah,
that might have been.
Like I said, the order.
Yeah.
It threw me off.
Yeah.
But even that was good because I was like,
yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, from the beginning though, I was like, yo, something's not right with his mother.
Yeah.
The
mother threw. Yeah.
From the very beginning.
I was like, I had even said that when it was just some certain things that she was doing and saying, and I was like, something's wrong with her.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I said, I believe they're going to find out she's more involved. She's involved in this particular thing that's going on. Trying not to give y'all too much information, but again, that was another good episode.
Yes,
that she
absolutely.
Was deeply that she was more involved than one would have thought. Yes. But even when you find out the level by which she was involved,
yes,
then it's like, whoo! Then it's like, what?
Yeah, man. Episode was crazy. And then the one with Aaron Paul. It's the one where they was in space.
Oh!
I was sitting there. I said, "Oh my god!
Oh my God.
Goodness!
Oh my gosh!
What an episode!"
That was incredible. That was another one.
And then not even to find out that you still have to remain in space with this person for at least 2 more years.
Yeah. And that you have to,
You
have to, because again, if he should die or something should happen to him, then you would be stuck.
You're stuck.
You're stuck
because it's a 2-man operation.
Because it's a 2-man operation, so there's no way. Because his wife had even asked him, "Well, can't you just come home? Can't they just abort, and bring you home?" And he was like, "No." He said, "If something happens to him," he said,
"They're stuck."
He said, "I'm stuck."
Whew.
It's stuff like that. I'm like, I would have had to read the fine print on that, because to me, that was never a good deal.
Yeah.
That whole thing was never a good deal. It's like, okay, wait. You mean to tell me this is a 2-man operation? If something happens to one of us, then
I'm screwed.
Because there's no way I can come back. There is
absolutely no way
I can come back.
I can come back.
No.
Like I'm done for.
No.
I'm like, it should always be at least 3 people.
Exactly.
2-man operation, but you got to send at least 3.
Yeah, exactly. It could be a 2-man operation. And for those who might know what we're talking, it's like they were in space, a 2-man operation, but they had it rigged up where they had
replicas.
Replicas. That's what they call them. Replicas on Earth and with their families. And they had it hooked up where they were able to stream their consciousness into their replicas.
Yes.
And so therefore in essence, not be away from their families for long periods
of time.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like a 7-year mission.
Yeah.
So it was like instead of missing 7 years of your family's life, you can just, you're up in space, and only if we need you do you actually have to go do something in space.
Was that my boy? That was Pinkman?
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, he was good.
He was good.
He was good.
He was really good.
He was I was like, and I think that's like the first thing I think I can remember seeing him in since Breaking Bad, other than the what would they have called it? The other movie that he did.
Yeah.
That was a sequel or prequel or whatever.
Well, no, he was in what was it? Need for Speed.
Okay.
Don't worry, it wasn't good.
No, I didn't see that one. Yeah.
He was in Need for Speed, and he was in Central Intelligence.
Okay.
With the Rock and Kevin Hart. He was
get out.
Yeah, he was the villain.
Okay, I haven't watched that in a long time.
Yeah. And he even because that one was good because he, you know how he patented the B word, like because he used that in Central Intelligence, and I was like, yay, spot on. But yes, Black Mirror, you have done it again.
Yes. If you have not watched
it, go watch it. It's only 5 episodes.
Yep.
Which I think is great because
yeah, it's just enough.
They never do too much because I think the shortest one was like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
The shortest season was like 3 episodes.
And then now that we're sitting here talking about it, you start to see it. There was a common thread in the way they did the episodes. What did you think about the final episode? Demon 70,
Man.
Demon 79.
I was sitting there. I was like, it's like, this is why I don't go exploring.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just never know. I've seen way too many movies and where somebody went exploring and then their whole life was just uprooted and changed because of what they found while they were exploring. Mm-hmm. And I was like, you should have just got it done.
Yeah.
Should have just got it done. I did think it was cheap how they didn't count the 2. Remember when she thought she was done because she committed the second. When she committed the second atrocity.
I thought that.
And then the third one, I was like, "Come on, that's over." Because even her demon was like, "Good on you. We've got 2 for 1. Like you've handled this."
He made it sound like it was done.
Yes, only for him to call in to work, and it was like, "No, it don't really count." And then I was like, "Oh," but then it was like she got off.
Yeah.
Because he was like, "Listen, I'm going into oblivion. You want to come?"
Yeah. Yeah. And she was like, "Oh."
I was like, "Yo, but just imagine."
Yeah. You know what it kind of reminded me of? The theme. It kind of reminded me of the M. Night Shyamalan, his last movie, where it was the theme.
Yes.
The theme.
Definitely.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is kind of like the Cabin movie, that the last movie M. Night did.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, they had to make a choice.
And that crazy when you think of the weight of the choice because of how the third one didn't count.
Yeah.
And how they had to just, use. I was like, what do you mean you got to use somebody who's never committed murder? But they deserve it. So why can't it just be them?
And then at the end, when after all of that, it looks like I said, oh, and I'm glad they did it the way they did it, because I was like, at first I thought it was going to be like the demon was lying about the whole thing and was just trying to make her commit murder, and then only to find out that after 2 or 3 minutes past midnight, everything hit the fan.
Like it was right.
Yeah, and
the demon was right.
The demon was right, but it was too late to do anything about it.
Yeah, it was, rules is rules.
Rules is rules.
Rules is rules.
And you got to ask and see here, I don't know about anybody else, but I ask myself the question. If I was put in that situation, would I do it?
Would I do it?
Would I be willing to kill 3 people so that the world would
continue on?
And I can see where that one would have been a little bit dark to try and release during the time of the pandemic.
Yeah. Because, listen, you asked me in 2020, kill 3 people or let the world burn?
Yeah.
Cue it up. Cue it up.
Give me names.
Cue it up. No. For me, it's cue it up. We done.
Yeah.
We had our shot.
We had our shot.
We blew it.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's too late. I don't know what you want me to do.
Yeah.
It's too late. We're done.
It was
Humanity had its chance.
It was intense.
Yeah.
It was definitely intense.
But yes. So, shout out to Black Mirror for continually pushing the bar. Because you've watched Bandersnatch, right?
Yep.
Man, oh man, that movie, it was 15 minutes the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I kept making the wrong choices.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let me make different choices to see how this is supposed to end.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you haven't watched Bandersnatch, please do yourself a favor and go watch it. It is a movie where what happens in the movie is your choice. Yeah. You, the viewer, chooses what the characters do.
And how many times have you watched the movie? Because again, how many times have you watched the movie and said, if that were me,
I wouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
Well, now we get to see
what would have
happened if you did it a different way.
Or if I wrote this,
yes,
I would have done da 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 da. And so now you get your opportunity. Only to find opportunity and then to see what happens.
Yeah. But just letting you know, it might be 15 minutes for you, like it was for me the first time I watched it. Like I had to go back and watch it again, and I was like, oh, my bad. I guess I made some horrible decisions.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Black Mirror on Netflix. What a show.
But even with all that, going back to, making choices, it's like you think making those kind of choices are easy.
Right.
And like, you just shoot from the hip and make the choice and figure out everything's going to work itself. No. Some of those choices were really, really
I thought that was how great what they did with that. Yeah. Because in the beginning, the choices start off really light and really easy.
Yeah. Yep.
It's simple stuff like choosing what song he listens, the main character listens to. That they start you off with like the simplest of choices. But then by the end of it, you are making some seriously heavy choices that question your own morality and insight.
Because by the time you finish, you're like, dang,
what kind of person am I?
What kind of person am I? Oh, God, I'm kind of messed up.
Yes. Like, I said, wow.
It was like, oh, I would never do that. And only to find out.
Yeah, you would.
You would.
Yeah, you would.
You would. Yeah.
You would, Yeah. But sheesh.
Yeah.
Incredible. But moving on.
Yeah.
Because over the weekend, I want to get this out the way so we could just,
so we can flow from there.
The Flash was released in theaters. everywhere worldwide. Flash was released, and initially, after like early screenings and things, well, no, there was only one screening because they didn't want to. They were trying to avoid spoilers.
Okay.
So they only did one premiere.
Okay.
For The Flash.
Okay.
But we all know, because we've discussed it at length a couple times on this podcast, all the nonsense and all the things surrounding Ezra Miller. And The Flash still came out. And initially when it came out, The Flash was projected to do at least $180 in theaters. $180. But it released to only 61 million opening weekend.
Wow.
Which is considered, it flopped.
Yeah.
It flopped.
Yeah. It had a flop with that, but that would be considered a flop.
It's a flop.
Yeah.
Especially opening weekend. For
yeah.
a DC title.
Yeah. And for one that had been so highly anticipated.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that part, right? It flopping didn't honestly surprise me.
No.
Because
no, it didn't.
There were a vast majority of people who were not
Go ahead.
Who were not supporting Ezra Miller.
Yep.
And everything, like they weren't looking past.
They couldn't separate
they couldn't separate the two. They couldn't separate it.
Yeah. The artist from the art.
Yes. They couldn't.
Yeah.
So it didn't surprise me that it flopped. But then when I started reading reviews from those who did see it, they were saying that the movie was horrible.
Really?
Yes. I have not seen one good. I did see one good review. Said dude was like greatest movie he's ever seen. But well, no, I haven't. I'm talking post movie. A lot of people were saying it's just not bad. A lot of people were saying that the CGI is better in The Flash, the TV show, than in the movie.
I just heard a reviewer that said that too. He said the CGI was not good. He said matter of fact, he said the CGI was so ineffective that in certain scenes it took him out of the movie. It was like okay, what is this? Where he was so busy concentrating on that he wasn't really concentrating on the whole scope of the whole
film.
Yeah.
And I thought it was crazy because I'm like, one, the Flash and the Justice League. I thought he looked that whole section of him running. I thought looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, personally, it wasn't compared to. What's the name from Eternals? The speedster woman in Eternals.
Yes. Okay, I know you're talking about. I don't.
That's honestly the best depiction of super speed I've seen on television to date. Like in real life, best depiction of super speed I've seen to date.
Okay.
And then I saw a clip and I was like, yeah, this doesn't look great at all. It looks cheesy and chunky and corny.
Yeah, everybody's that's
like
what,
it just it's not bad. Like it's not good. It's not good at all. But I wanted to bring up a point because a lot of people are saying this isn't bad, but there have been key people, for example, Stephen Hawking, Henry Cavill, and others of that ilk who said when they got to see the movie, it's the greatest movie they'd ever seen.
Like I said, I've only heard one person give a really, really not. Most of the people that I was listening to or following on YouTube, listening to different reviews, watching it, they were like, "Oh my God, this is a great movie! It's a great." Again, it had their little critiques. There's had little things they didn't, but overall, they were like, "This is a fantastic movie. Go see it. Go see it. Go see it." Again, you had some people that did not that critiqued it a little bit more stricter. But even the people that were a little bit strict in their critiques, they even said that overall it was an enjoyable movie. It was a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Now, of course, this is for me coming from a place I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
I haven't seen it yet. And if I'm being 100% honest, I'm not really in a rush
Yeah.
to see it. Like, there are things I want to see first
Okay.
before I see The Flash.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, initially, before I knew these other things were coming out, The Flash, like, I want to see The Flash. But Transformers is out, and I have to see that. So, The Flash got pushed back.
Yeah. And for me, I hadn't seen Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And so again, Flash got pushed back.
It got pushed back.
It got pushed back.
The Blackening came out this weekend as well.
See? Yeah.
I need
to see that.
to see that.
We need to see that before the next cast.
Yes.
We need to see that.
Like, I need to see that.
Yeah.
So, The Flash got pushed back again.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
What?
The Blackening?
No.
Okay.
Actually, we might be going to see it today. I gotta. It was a thought of going to see it today.
Okay.
I gotta verify, but we will be seeing it soon.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
But back to The Flash. I just it's crazy that I never would have thought that a movie like The Flash, where the actor had so much controversy surrounding them.
Yeah.
When usually once they keep the movie, that doesn't really affect the box office numbers.
Yeah. But we're living in a
but even still, like, even with like stuff that's happening, it doesn't really. Once you make it to still be in the movie,
you think that all right, we're going to give it a pass. And
once you've made it to the movie,
yeah.
It's usually, you've weathered the storm. Even if it comes to, like, quieting the movie down, making it disappear for a little while, and then bringing it back to the forefront, which is exactly why we haven't heard peep about Aquaman.
I'm trying not to say. I'm glad you brought it up because I was trying not to. But go ahead.
You usually think, but clearly it wasn't. And even them showing Michael Keaton, because I wonder if that was the plan before.
Oh, okay.
If Michael Keaton finding out about Michael Keaton prior to the movie being released was the plan before all of this happened with Ezra Miller.
Yeah. If that, again, because that was, for me, I'll be honest with you, that was the draw for me.
Yes.
And I'm sure that was the draw for a lot of people that did go see it. That was the draw for them to go see, to see Michael Keaton.
But as I tweeted on Twitter, it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton was not enough.
Yeah.
To make the people forget exactly all that was going on.
And here's the thing. And again, we've said this in other broadcasts, being able to separate the artist from the art, because again, I understand. You're right. And anybody, we're not supporting some of the sketchy stuff that Miller did, but it's like when and then somebody else even said it in one of the reviews I was listening to, brought up again the fact that when you boycott a movie like that, or you do something like that, if the movie is universally, you have problems with one of the actors or the actresses. Okay, so you put it out there that we should boycott this movie. Got it, because of their questionable behaviors. Now I get that, I get it, but understand. He said, understand when you do that, you're not just hurting the actor. You're boycotting the movie. Movie doesn't do well, but you're also hurting everybody, the hundreds and hundreds of people.
This is true.
Who worked hard. Worked hard to make this movie happen.
In this particular case, it's not really the same. Only because when everything came out about Ezra Miller, they hadn't started filming The Flash yet.
See, okay.
They hadn't started filming. They wanted before before the Flash, like before they started filming, is when
Okay.
all of this came out
Okay.
about Ezra Miller and everything that was
Okay.
going on.
So they had not started.
They
filming.
hadn't started filming. They wanted them to completely replace him.
That's
then.
right. Okay, you are absolutely right. Now it's coming back to me. It's
They were
coming back
like
to me.
new actor immediately.
Yeah. They wanted him, but for some reason or another,
They stuck with him.
they stuck with him.
So now it's kind of like you kind of gotta, as
Okay.
I heard once in a comedy special, and I use it quite often. You get on that horse, you gotta ride it.
Yeah.
And this did worse than Black Adam in the box office opening weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Black Adam did better than the Flash.
Yes.
Opening weekend.
Yes.
Oh God. That's
Yes. That's saying something.
That's saying something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And here it was. I thought again, because here I'm not. I thought him as the Flash. I thought he was great. I thought
Absolutely.
he was great. He was great. Again, his behavior off camera, and not even questionable, messed up. He did some messed up stuff.
Yeah, and it's one of those things.
And he did some jacked up stuff, and whereas it should have affected we knew it would affect the movie. Even then, the fact that it made it this far is incredible, because it should not have been made, and maybe it would have been better if they had not made it, or either replaced him with somebody, because it probably would have done better at the box office. It probably would have done better at the box office if they had done that.
Or it might have done worse.
Yeah.
Who knows? Depending on who they got to replace.
And maybe that was the issue, because of the fact that they couldn't figure out, if they got somebody to replace, who would it be?
The guy from the TV show. I mean, come on, people. He's right there in your face. He's already playing the character. He's already doing it.
He would have I think he would have been the logical choice, but I don't know if he would have been the best choice. I'm still saying.
No, you're right. I'm being incredibly facetious. I am being incredibly facetious.
Thank you for clarifying that, because I was like, okay,
yeah, no.
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 No. I was like, well, you know
Not
what?
at all, man.
I gotta say it. No, he would not have been. I mean, he would have been, like I said, the logical choice, but he definitely would have been the best. And then the thing was, again, he wanted it.
He did.
He wanted
was very
it.
upset. He was very vocal about that.
He was very, very upfront about it. He really wanted it. Probably was.
And he even said recently he still wants it. Should they decide
to do
not to go with Miller further? He's like, listen, I'm right here.
Okay. Well,
you
know what?
Give him a shot.
Give him a shot. Yeah, give him a shot.
Give him a shot.
Give him a shot.
See what happens.
He's not doing nothing right now.
Right. The Flash is over with.
It's over with. So
he's got free time.
Yeah. So he's got a lot of time
on his hands.
Again, and maybe because of the specter that hovers over that movie, that's another reason why I have not been in any big hurry to see it. I want to see it, but it's like, because of that bad cloud that kind of hovers over it, I'm not in any rush.
Yeah, I'm not, because I heard it wasn't good, so I'm nervous now. I'm very scared.
But it makes me stuff like that. Though it still bothers me. Again, and we've talked about this before. It still bothers me because, again, here it is. It's not just the actor connected to the movie. It's like, all right, he might have been the main character, he might have been the star, but you have all these other people that were connected to this movie, and whereas a lot of them have already been paid, you got a lot of them that were kind of like, their careers.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, you go to do something else and they look at your resume. You worked on The Flash?
It also depends. I think depends on which. But like, what did you do on The Flash?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you'd be like, I did the CGI. You did the CGI on The Flash? Okay. All right.
But it's crazy. But again, because stuff like that, you got to be careful. Because now, here it is, the stuff like that has made the Aquaman movie, the sequel to Aquaman, literally disappeared to the point where they don't even bring it up. We're probably the only podcast that still brings it up because we still keep talking about it. But again, it's literally, it's like, all right, so are you ever going to show this movie? Probably not, because nobody seems to care.
Honestly, I think I'm one of them. I don't really. If it comes out, great.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, great.
Yeah.
But that's all because the DCEU that was out there is dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah.
So I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care anymore.
And
Wonder Woman 3, trashed.
And
gone.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, Henry Cavill as Superman, gone.
They have just...
Ben Affleck as Batman, gone.
They have brought it to the point where now it's like we really just don't care.
Don't care. Because what's the name starting all over again? And I'm just sick of seeing Superman, Batman movies. There's so many other different, more interesting DC characters who deserve a shot in the limelight. But no, we going back to a young Superman. And we getting Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Great TV show.
Are they doing that as a movie?
Yes.
So him and Superman are teaming up?
No, the Superman's getting like his own movie, but they're trying to find like a young actor to play the role.
Okay.
And then they're doing a Batman Brave and the Bold movie.
So who is he teaming up with in the movie? And I mean, is he teaming up with anybody other than Superman?
No, I don't know, because I didn't actually. I watched the show. It's about like him and his son, like Robin, like Damian Wayne's Robin.
Okay. All right. I'm just curious because I know the Brave and the Bold was always based upon Batman team-ups, teaming up with people other than the regulars.
You know, I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing.
Oh, okay.
And I don't really care because I'm tired of seeing Superman. I'm tired of seeing Batman.
Do we really need another Batman movie?
We don't.
Well, we've said that.
Especially when they're making Batman 2 with Pattinson. Oh. Why are you giving me yet another Batman?
Yeah. His money.
I'm so sick of it.
I'm done.
So sick of it.
Done. But we'll see. We will see.
You know what I'm not sick of? Spider-Man movies. Because those just keep getting consistently better.
Oh, and it's because they do different things with it. You know, again, the last one that was with the three of them in the movie, nobody saw that coming.
Right. You know what's crazy? It's because, like you said, it's Spider-Man. They open multiverse. There are different Spider-Mans. There are actually comic books of multiple Spider-Man.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I would even be okay if there were multiple Supermen.
Yeah.
Or multiple Batmen.
Yeah.
And we're not telling the same freaking story of the one guy.
Yeah.
But we're going back to Spider-Man because that actually makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because across the Spiderverse.
It's okay.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Thank you. But like, it's so frustrating, man. I'm tired of seeing these two dudes on TV.
Oh gosh. Well, and of course they're doing a new Superman cartoon on Cartoon Network.
Yes.
I was like, I'm not watching that.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna watch it.
You're gonna watch it?
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
I said I'm not even gonna watch it.
And I'm gonna come back and talk about it. I'm gonna watch it.
Well, if we're gonna talk about it, then I'll have to watch it. But
how about this? They're releasing when it releases, right? They're dropping the first 2 episodes.
Yes.
We'll watch the first 2 and then see from there what happens.
Okay, got it.
First 2, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Because already I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you know. But yet, and still, I'm still waiting for season 2 of Invincible, which got pushed back.
They pushed it back?
Yes. They pushed it back.
Oh, man. I was just looking at, I was just thinking about that the other day. I saw, I was kind of like looking at some excerpts from it, from the first season. I'm like, when are they bringing this out? What is taking them so long? This was such a great story and a great cartoon.
Incredible. From the very first episode.
The very first episode.
But we're getting off track.
Anyway, but yeah,
we're talking about Spider-Man. Yeah. Across the Spiderverse.
Yes. That makes us happy.
What an incredible piece of cinema.
Yeah. Yeah.
A wonderful piece of cinema.
Now, let me ask you a question. Did you think it was too long?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
No?
I didn't think it was long enough. I was sitting there, I was like, wait, what do you mean this isn't finished yet?
Let me tell you. At first, there were certain points in the movie where I was thinking, I was like, wow, this movie is kind of long. And then, but by the time they got to the end and everything started really jumping off, I was like, okay, they got to give me at least another half hour of this. They got to give me at least another. And then I'm thinking, yeah, like I came to the conclusion like it wasn't long enough.
It wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
And, well, no, I can't even front. There were parts, right, where I was sitting there and I was like, the scene with Miles, his parents, and the counselor at school, I was like, the scene is drawing on for way too long.
Yeah, for way too long.
The scene with Spider-Man talking, well, Miles dressed as Spider-Man talking to his dad, I was like, the scene is drawing on way too long. The scene at the party with him and his parents, I was like, it's drawing on way too long. But it wasn't until Spider-Man 2099 was like, you're just a kid.
Yeah.
That all of those other scenes, it made a point, and he was like, yo, everybody keeps telling me who I am, who I'm supposed to be. Yeah. Like, and he was like,
that's when everything
just connected.
Connected, yep.
And I was like, okay, all of that I said about those scenes, them being too long, they're all important.
Exactly.
Everything just became important with that one line.
So for those who have, when you go see it, if you get to those, if you're watching it and you're watching it from that perspective where you're thinking that, you know what, these scenes are a little bit too long,
just sit through it. It makes sense.
Everything will make sense at that particular point where he starts to really, and where Spider-Man 2099 is now on top. He's brutalizing Miles, not Miles Monroe. He's brutalizing Miles, and he's getting in his face and telling him you're just a kid.
That is child abuse.
Yeah, he was like,
that is child abuse. Regardless of how you feel,
not only physically but verbally and then mentally abusing him.
Sir, that is child abuse. Regardless, you think he's a kid. You are very, very, he confirmed, I think you are a kid. Why are you beating on him then like he's a grown man? Why are you beating on him like he's a grown man? He's 15.
Yeah. And
all the other Spider people are trash because why are you letting this grown man beat on a kid?
Yeah.
Why are you letting this grown man beat on a kid?
And
especially Peter Parker, who has a kid with him.
Yeah, that part was
and Spider-Woman, who is pregnant with child.
Yeah. That was
ma'am, you have a child in your belly.
Yeah. Why are you out here on a motorcycle?
On a motorcycle. Now, don't get me wrong. You girl, you go girl.
Yeah,
you go girl.
Yeah. She was a good character.
Yes,
I liked her character.
Yes, shout out to Issa Rae for voicing the character.
Yeah,
you go girl.
Oh, that was who? That was Issa Rae.
That was Issa Rae.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like, you go girl.
Excellent.
And even like just the characters as a whole, that part right there. Once you got to Spider headquarters and you got to see all the other Spider people, I was like, oh, that's great. That's awesome. And then like from seeing all the different versions and variants from the cartoons, they even threw all the variants and suits from the video game.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, awesome, because even Spider-Cat.
Yeah.
That was my favorite mission from the Miles Morales Spider-Man game.
Okay. I that was from a video game?
It's from a video game.
I was wondering, I was like, all right, was somebody smoking or something?
In the game, right? In the Spider-Man video game, the Miles Morales game, you go to a store. It's a side mission. You go to a store, a guy's calling out for Spider-Man, for Spider-Man. And then you go in the store and you're like, I'm right here. And the guy's like, not you, Spider-Man. I'm talking about my Spider-Man. And he's talking about a cat. And then he's like, hit the cat, somebody stole the cat. So then you go on a mission to find the cat. And when you find the cat, he's got on a Spider-Man mask. So then once you save the cat loves you now, and it's a Spider-Man costume where you have on a hoodie and a backpack, and the cat's in your
Inside
backpack.
the backpack? Okay.
And then in the game, you get finishers that you can do, and if you have on the Spider Cat with the Spider-Man in your backpack, the cat becomes a part of the finishers.
Okay.
Because it'll jump out the bag
And
scratch the enemy, and then you'll come behind and knock it out.
That part, okay, because they did that. They did that in the movie.
Yes.
They did that. Okay.
And they pulled that directly from the video game.
Okay, got it. See, I didn't play I don't play video games, so I didn't know where that was coming from. But I just thought it was a funny scene. I just thought that was funny.
So I was like, oh, it's Spider Cat. I was, I loved it. Like the fact that there was a T-Rex who was a Spider person.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
And then the fight line with the Spider-Man who's on a horse, and he was like, "Why does the horse have a mask?"
Yeah.
So he can hide his secret identity. Great movie, like great.
And the guy who's on a horse, he's shooting his webs from a
gun. From a gun.
The cat is spitting up. The cat that part was funny.
Yeah.
The cat is spitting up spider web balls out of his mouth. I was like, oh
yeah, man. And even shout out to Metro Boomin, who did the soundtrack.
Oh my gosh.
And his Spider person.
He just
Yes, remember when the spider came down and was like, "You've got nowhere to go."
Yeah.
And then Miles jumps out the window and he's like, "Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, that's Metro. That's not like they created that for him
Get
to
outta
be in the
here.
movie." Yeah.
Oh, wow.
They gave him
Okay,
lines
see,
in the
I
movie.
didn't know that.
Because he did the soundtrack.
Okay. I was listening. Matter of fact, I was listening to the soundtrack yesterday. Great soundtrack.
Great soundtrack. All across the board.
Yeah,
Like
great soundtrack.
from both movies. Like the first soundtrack, incredible. This one, even no, not even better. Because honestly, I have yet to find the soundtrack for this one is good.
Yeah.
Yet to find a song on there that's topping Sunflower.
Okay. That was from the first one.
That was from the first one.
Yeah, Sunflower was hot.
Like I've yet to find. Like
Sunflower's hot.
what a song.
Yeah.
But like,
And not only that, but the soundtrack that Metro Boomin did.
Yes.
Not only that music was good, but not only that music, but even just the music in general.
yes,
Oh my God, the music was. I was like, wow, this is great. I'm like, not only everything was just like.
everything was great. The different art styles that they chose
Yeah.
to just to literally show, in case you couldn't feel it already,
Yeah.
the emotion on the screen.
Yeah.
Like, cause those moments with Gwen and her dad,
Yeah.
and like how the colors were just painted and like blurred together. Just that was what a wonderful job.
Yeah,
like
they did this.
they did their really good.
Yeah.
Overall, just a wonderful job
Yeah.
with this movie, and it's to be continued
Yeah.
because, of course, it is because they're gonna break it up into 2 parts, and we've got to wait to go see what happens in the next one.
What I'm hoping, and I'm hoping there won't be a whole lot of time between, before we get the next one.
No, March next year.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was figuring that I'm hoping they did is
Yeah.
that they would continue.
And I do apologize because that probably meant that you left the movie theater, because though there were no end credits. At the end of the animation style, that first song, they let you know it was like Miles Morales will return.
I did see that.
Yeah, next year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't have long to wait at all.
Okay. All right. I was wondering. I was like,
Unless the movie isn't finished. And it'll be affected by the writer's strike.
No.
Hopefully the movie's done.
What I'm hoping is that, while they had all the actors that are in the movie that'll work,
that's
that they
what-
just kept,
Hopefully the movie's done.
that they did the vote, they kept doing it. Yeah.
And so that literally they just got to push the release button next year.
And say, here,
And here you go.
here you go.
Hopefully it's done.
Oh,
I do
great
think
movie.
it's, great movie. I do think it's
Great
funny
movie.
though, right? Because everyone loves this movie, Across the Spider-Verse. And we love this version of Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Right? Even seeing, before I go to that, even seeing Danny Glover in the movie.
Who's Danny? Who did he play? See, I don't know who was playing. I didn't really read all the credits, so I don't know really who. I'm
Not Danny Glover. I'm sorry. Not Danny Glover. Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. There you
Oh!
go. Donald Glover, not Danny Glover.
Thank you for clearing that up for me, because when they did Donald Glover
Yes.
in the live action, I was like, okay, why is Donald Glover in this movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Whose voice did he do?
no, he was in the movie as himself.
Oh, okay.
But Donald Glover,
Uh-huh.
I love how Marvel just connects everything.
Yeah.
Donald Glover is in the second Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland.
He was?
He's playing Miles' uncle.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
In the second Spider-Man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I remember.
So
that.
he's in. That's why he's in. Like when he's going through with the enemies, he's sitting there as the Prowler.
As the Prowler. I kept, because I'm looking at him, so why is he dressed like the Prowler?
That's because that's who he is in real life.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, now it makes, okay.
Yes. And did you know that in the last Spider-Man movie, you won't hear it in the American version because the background noise is too low. I think somebody found it in like the German version of the last Spider-Man movie. When he
Are you
gets
talking about
into
the animated? Which
no,
one?
the real with Tom Holland.
Okay.
Yes. In that movie, when Tom Holland is in the apartment, you hear there's like background noise of people talking. In the German version with the subtitles, you hear a woman say, "Miles, go to bed."
Oh, wow, get out of here!
Yeah.
Really? Oh heck!
You hear a woman say, "Miles, go to bed." But you
Okay.
won't hear it in the American
In the American
version.
version, okay.
Because it's way too soft. Like I just recently watched Spider-Man just to try to look for it. It's way too soft.
No.
But apparently a woman says, "Miles, go to bed." So he wherever Peter Parker is living now, it is near Miles Morales.
Got it.
But dang, now I forget the other point that I was gonna make.
Okay.
So while I try to think of that, you go ahead.
I was getting ready to say, then even how they're even linking this up to the Venom thing.
Yes.
That was a good scene. That was a good scene too, where he's now talking. He came in. No, it wasn't him talking. It was the Spot. The Spot was talking to the store owner.
Yep.
From Venom, and I was like, "Oh heck, that's the lady from Venom." I was like, "Okay," and she's looking at him. He's like, "You don't seem upset." She was staring at him. She's like, "You act like this stuff happens to you all the time."
Yeah, she was like, it's just a regular Tuesday for you. And shout out to the 14-year-old who animated the Lego Spider-Man scene.
Get out! A 14-year-old did that?
A 14-year-old did that.
Are you kidding me?
Because he did a Lego the trailer for the Spider-Man. He did it out of Legos.
Oh wow!
So the people saw that, loved it,
And so
they pulled him in and had him do that Lego Spider-Man scene for the movie.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
See, it's little stuff like that makes it.
That makes it so great.
That makes the movie really
But
good.
that I remember. Yes.
You got it.
I remember now.
Okay.
Funny thing is, right, how we love this Spider-Man movie and everybody loves this character of Miles Morales. And I'm about to go off on a tangent again because I didn't bring up what I wanted to bring up about Donald Glover. So I got to remember that now. So what happened is, right, Shameik Moore is the actor who plays Miles Morales.
Yeah.
He wants to reprise his role as Miles Morales in a live-action Spider-Man. No one wants it. Like, fan-wise, no one wants it.
Okay.
No one wants it. And he's upset that no one wants it.
That nobody wants to see him.
That nobody wants to see him
as Miles.
as the real-life Miles Morales.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fam, first things first, I don't think you're mixed. And because Miles Morales is mixed, one thing they could not do without getting backlash from both sides is pick one side and have him be Miles.
Nope. Not good. That would kill it.
Because if Miles is Puerto Rican, black people are going off.
Yeah.
If Miles is just black, Puerto Ricans are going off.
Yeah. People are going to be upset.
People are going to be upset. So he has to be mixed. It was cool in the voiceover.
Yeah.
But in the real life, and he's gonna go get buff and work out to prove that he could. I promise you, fam, your looks are not why people don't want you to be Spider-Man.
No. No.
I mean, it might be like a little bit because me personally, right outside of this, I don't think Shameik Moore is that great of an actor.
No, he's okay. You know what? This movie, I won't say I won't say for him was a fluke, but I guess it was just like being in the right place,
Yeah, right place, right time.
right time.
Yeah,
And he did well, and he did,
yeah, he did great.
No, the movie did well, and he brought something to the character.
Yes, because let's be honest, like Miles Morales, you are cool, right?
Yeah.
But it's the other people in the movie that shined in those movies. Like Kingpin shined in the first one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Noir shined in the first one.
Yeah.
Peter Porker shined in the first one.
Yeah.
The other Peter Parker and like his attire, the fat Peter Parker shined in that first movie. So, and even in this one, like there are so many other people that just made the movie great.
You did a little bit more homework and digging than I did, so you know a little bit more about the voiceovers. Who did the voiceover for the girl who was a Spider-Man, but she was computer generated.
That I do not know.
Yeah, she was good.
She definitely was.
She was good.
She was good.
She was good.
Yes.
And I was like I was interested. I didn't, like I said, I didn't read all the end credits, so I don't know who played her, who played her voiceover.
Yeah.
But she was good.
She was good. And shout out to Oscar Isaac for just being fantastic at, everything he does.
Who did Brian Tyree Henry do?
He played Brian Tyree who was he? Can you Google it?
Okay.
Because I'm drawing a blank. I think, honestly, I want to say his dad, but I might be wrong.
That might have been him, but I will.
That might be his dad. But what I wanted to say about
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Donald Glover and shouting out to him and just how the success of Peter Parker, of Miles Morales. Did you know he was like the direct inspiration to the character?
Who?
Donald Glover.
To Miles Monroe?
Miles Morales?
Miles Morales?
Because he dressed up as Spider-Man one year and was like he wanted to see a black Spider-Man.
Really?
Yes. And he was the very first when they after the comics came out and when they first brought him into the cartoon.
Okay.
Donald Glover was the first voice actor for Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Here it is. Wait 1 second. Who does he play? Okay. Nope, that's Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
But he was the first person to voice act, and he's kind of the main inspiration behind it.
Shameik Moore.
So yeah.
Oh, that was Daniel Kaluuya who played Spider Punk. Okay. Johnson.
But yeah, it's so shout out to Donald Glover.
Okay, he played Jefferson Davis.
Yeah, his dad.
His dad. Yeah.
His dad.
Yeah. Okay. I think the girl who we're talking about. No. She was Ghost Spider. Haley.
Yeah, that's Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah.
She was good.
Yeah.
She was good.
Definitely.
She was
For
good.
sure.
But yeah, I definitely. Oh, that was Lauren Velez who played his mom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I recognize the voice.
Yeah.
I recognize the voice, but I couldn't picture a face. I was like, who is that? Yeah. It was interesting. The whole multiverse thing was really cool.
Yes.
The way they did the multiverse thing.
How they put that in there?
Because again, and you saw how one thing can affect. Because again, when he's dealing with Miles, Spider-Man 2099 is dealing with Miles, and he's like I said, abusing him, and he says to him, you weren't even supposed to be Spider-Man,
Right.
And I was like, and then he tells them why. No, I think it was the Spot who told him that you weren't even supposed to be Spider-Man. He said
The Spot told him that you're Spider-Man because of me.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
Yeah.
I'm the reason that spider was even brought here in the first place.
He tells him, so you weren't even supposed to be Spider-Man. And then you find out who he became because in the world world without the Spider-Man, who he ends up becoming because he doesn't.
And crazy enough, right? This is how dope Marvel is. If you go back and watch the first Spider-Man, when Miles Morales meets Peter Parker after he's bit, and their spider senses go off, when you first look at Miles's spider sense, it's green and purple, but then it changes to blue and red, signifying his switch from becoming the Prowler to Spider-Man.
You know what? And there's like little subtle things like that. And even there was a scene, oh my goodness. And even just to show how Marvel sneaks stuff in. Maybe I shouldn't say this because I don't want nobody to get mad. But there was a scene in Gwen's, when they show Spider-Gwen in her room when she sneaks back in. She had just came in from and she sneaks back into her room. And she's going in her room, and she's got all these posters over the wall. One of the posters said, protect trans kids.
I saw that.
You saw it?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you saw it. And I was like, I ain't say nothing. I was like, oh, God, I don't know if maybe we shouldn't say anything because, people get a little sensitive about that.
No, well, now people are trying to say that she is.
That she's trans?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They're using that to
say. Are you kidding me?
No.
So, yeah, again, oh, man.
They're using that.
Which is interesting. Which is interesting, but could also cause some controversy. But anyway, let's see where that goes.
Yeah, we're just gonna let that go.
Let's see where that goes. But yeah, I saw the sign. I was like, oh heck, okay, all right.
Which is
all right.
Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse. If you haven't seen it,
gotta go.
Go see it.
Gotta go see it.
What an incredible movie.
Gotta go see
12 out of 10.
Yes.
I saw it twice.
Yes.
You
saw it twice already?
Yeah. I plays no games.
I gotta go see it. I want to see it again.
And the first time I saw it, we went and because there were complaints that the volume was too low in the theater, and that people could barely hear. So Marvel sent out apologies, and they actually sent out corrected versions to theaters.
Oh.
I didn't have that problem though.
No, not where I went and saw it.
I went to because when I first saw it, I went and saw it with my dad, and the only place we could get tickets, which was weird, was Jersey Gardens. They've got this Dolby Atmos theater. First of all, I thought Jersey Gardens was just still living in the Stone Ages. On the outside, they still are living in the Stone Ages. Everything still just looks the same. They haven't really made much changes. A couple of the other theaters I've been in still haven't made much changes. In the Dolby Atmos theater, wow.
Really?
The chairs recline in two parts. You can either put your legs up, or you could just put the whole chair back.
Get out of here.
No.
Now I want to go to that theater.
It reclines in two parts.
Really?
Yes. The seats are just so far apart. We could be sitting, this is literally the space. Between, they broke them up into two sections, but this is the space between you and the person next to you.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. And the sound in that theater, never heard anything like it.
Really?
And it's honestly, it looks like they put it in their IMAX theater because the screen was huge.
Oh, man.
Now, tickets were $75 for just me and my father.
Are you kidding me?
No, because remember they're doing an upcharge to get good seats at AMC movie theaters now.
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. AMC theaters, if you want good seats, you're going to pay more for it than a regular ticket.
What's good seats?
The good seats in the middle.
Really?
The good section's in the middle.
Are you kidding me?
No.
So they're not, it's not like general,
No. You got to pay extra for that.
Wow.
Yeah, it was expensive.
They don't do that in Newport, do they? Not yet, at least. No, because I yeah. Maybe.
It's on the way.
Is it really?
Yeah. Newport's AMC movie theater.
Yes, I know.
It's on the way.
Oh, no. Get out of here. So now in order to get the middle seats or the
you're going to pay more.
Dang. So how much was?
Or you might actually check. You might have already been paying more and just didn't know it.
How much was each seat?
Um,
You said you ended up paying $75, but that's without the tax, card charges, and all that other stuff.
yeah, each seat ended up. No, it might not have been 25. I mean 75, but it was like it might have been like $60.
Still,
Yeah, because it was like $25 a ticket. 25 a ticket. Plus, tax.
The tax. By the time they tack on all the other charges,
tax and Fandango gives you a convenience fee. So yeah. It was like $60 for just the tickets. Dang. And then of course you got to get snacks.
Of course.
So that was like $40.
Yeah. I get a discount when I go. But by the time I go in there and buy snacks, the snacks end up costing me way more than the ticket did.
Bro.
It's like,
wait, that's a really good question. I got to ask you a question off mic later on.
Okay. All right.
Just remember, we got stuff to talk about later on. But yeah, Spider-Man was 12 out of 10. Last thing, and then we can get out of here, right? Last thing. Because I just want to pose a question, and I think I already know the answer, but who knows? You might have a different opinion.
Okay.
Is John Wick immortal?
Oh yes.
Is John Wick immortal?
Now, you said we talked very briefly about it before, and I have not seen John Wick 4 yet. You've seen it, but
yes.
What makes you, based upon what you saw in the movie, what makes you think he's immortal? Because I'm sure somebody else may not have picked that up, but what makes you think he's immortal?
He fell off a building.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that happened at the end of the third movie.
The third movie. Yeah, I was like,
he fell off another one.
He fell off another building.
Yes, and survived again. I don't have to say anything.
Nope.
He fell off 2 buildings.
Yeah.
And walked it off.
Walked it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
That's
you.
what Cat was talking about when he said, if you get hurt him back in the second Avengers. And he was like, if you get hurt him back. If you get killed, walk it off.
Yeah.
John Wick was who he was talking about because that's exactly what happened. Both times that man fell off a building and walked it off.
Now that you mentioned, okay, now I know where you go. Because again, now that I think about it, I remember the scene from the third movie at the end.
Yes.
He falls off the building.
After being shot, by the way.
After being shot, he falls off the top, falls off he falls off the building, he hits the ground, and then they go back and his body is gone. He's gone. He is gone. There's no way he should have been able to walk away.
He didn't just fall flush to the ground.
No.
He hit a couple of metal fire escapes on the way down.
On the way down. Yeah. Which somebody might say, well, those things cushioned his falls. Metal doesn't cushion anything. Yeah, you are absolutely right. Yeah. Maybe John Wick is
immortal.
Yeah, or he's got some sort of superpower going on that we don't know about. Or put it like this, maybe there is something satanic about him because again they call him the boogeyman.
Yes.
So maybe he is
the boogeyman. Because bro, how repeatedly. Now again, everything in that movie was just spectacular.
In
yes.
4? Yeah.
Now, because John Wick is a series, unlike the Fast 10, where things are just unbelievable, but it's nonsense and it's annoying and it's frustrating. The things John Wick is able to do, Uncle Greg, I laughed the entire movie.
Really?
Every time there was a fight scene. I don't even care what the story's about anymore.
No.
Just keep giving me
the
him
fight.
Kicking butt in beautiful backgrounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I need.
That's all.
And him getting more and more creative. Because one thing that they pulled from the first movie that I love that they just keep adding more and more in every movie is him shooting someone, going to shoot the next person, being out of bullets, and throwing the gun at their forehead. He did that about 7 times in like 10 minutes in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, bro, I laughed every time.
Every time, man.
It's just bang, bang, bang. Oh, it's empty? Yeah. And then he picks up another one. Bang, bang, bang. It's empty? Here you go. Every time.
So his aim is impeccable.
It's impeccable.
Yeah. I'm going to hit you with a bullet, or I'm going to hit you with
the empty gun. Either way, it's going to do what I need it to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way.
So don't think just because I don't have no bullets that I don't have a weapon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I can't get you.
That I can't get you. Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Donnie Yen, who was in this movie as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he, like everything he in, just kicked all kind of butt.
I have not seen it yet. As a matter of fact, I may be watching that tonight.
You gotta watch it, man.
I may
It's
be watching
incredible
that tonight.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
my son had gone to see it, and he said, the stuff this man was doing, he said it was absolutely incredible. He said it was absolutely incredible.
I'm telling you, OG, there's like a 20-minute scene with John Wick and some nunchucks.
Are you kidding me?
No. The thing that man does with them nunchucks.
Is he doing better than Bruce?
Yes.
Lee? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yes.
No. All right.
Yes.
I know what I'm doing
Yes.
tonight. I know what I'm watching.
Yes, that man. Whew, the things that man could do with some nunchucks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm I'll be doing that tonight.
Yeah. But that movie was John Wick. He is immortal.
Okay. I see. Because when you said that, I kept meaning to text you back and kept saying, so they're saying John Wick is immortal. But now I see where you're going.
I'm saying
you're saying he's immortal.
John Wick is immortal.
Yeah.
Because of all the things I've seen him survive. The man, the second movie when he's getting his car back in the beginning.
Yeah.
He got hit by a car like 8 times.
Yeah.
And got right back up and kept fighting. Now, granted, I can admit this now. I'm an adult.
Mm-hmm.
I've been hit by a car.
Mm-hmm.
I did walk it right off.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get hit by a car again and keep walking. Like, because I'm not going to act like I walked it off, but I ain't going to sit here and act like it ain't hurt.
It didn't hurt. Yeah. I got you.
Like, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And the car wasn't even going that fast once it tapped me. Like, he caught, like, the brakes caught it, so the impact wasn't that crazy.
Mm-hmm. But it knocked you and you fell.
I fell down, but I think that was just adrenaline. I hopped back up and I slammed on the car and I was like, watch what you're doing. But, I wasn't saved at the time, so it was a bit longer and more drawn out. But, I got right back up and then I walked home and then like halfway through the walk, I started limping.
You started.
Because then the adrenaline wore off.
Yep.
And then I was like, oh, all right. You did just get hit by a car.
Yeah.
You did just get hit by a car.
Yeah, but it was just luckily you didn't break anything.
Yeah, nothing was broken.
Yeah.
But come on.
Yeah.
The car purposely slammed into him.
He's like
repeatedly.
He's getting knocked up in the air.
Yes, in the air.
Yeah.
By these cars.
Yeah.
And he's still just shrugging it off.
He's walking it off.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what Captain America's showing in like when he making people watch training videos.
Yeah.
He making them watch John Wick. People like, this what I mean when I say walk it off. I mean this right here.
That's a T-shirt. There's a T-shirt that says walk it off like
walk
Wick.
It off. Right. Because that's all he do.
Walk it off like Wick.
But yeah, they are, which is crazy. Because after John Wick 4 came out, or like when they first announced it, Keanu Reeves was like, this is it for a while.
Yeah.
He's taking a break.
He said that because they asked him. I saw an interview he did, and they asked him, so do you think he got any? Because they quoted his age, and said, "You think you got any more of these left in you?" And he didn't even answer. He just looked at them and laughed.
Yeah, well, no, because he did. He said he was like, after this one, he was taking a break. He's doing the ballerina movie.
He is going to do the ballerina.
Yeah, he's going to be in that one. But he was like that. As far as John Wick is concerned. Like solo movies, he's done for a while.
Yeah,
because he's making a cameo in
ballerina movie. Who's doing the ballerina movie?
Anna de Armas.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
that's all I needed.
That's it. That's
all I
yeah.
needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. But I don't even. She can act.
Yeah.
She's a very good actress.
Yeah.
She's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, and that's why I'm going to see this movie.
Yeah.
There, I've said it.
Matter of fact, you saw her when you were.
I melted.
Yeah. You said,
I melted in the floor when that woman walked past me.
Yeah.
I wasn't even working for SNL, but when she was there for that episode,
Yeah.
I made it my mission
To be there that day.
to be in that studio at some point that week. And I said, there she go.
And she looks the same way she does.
It don't make no sense without even trying.
Wow.
Without even trying.
Wow. She's a looker.
Yes.
She's a looker.
Without even trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said after the success of the fourth one, because of course, John Wick, like the fast movies, it's going to make a lot of money because all you needed was to say John Wick is coming.
Yeah.
And people are going to see it. They're in talks because even the director said after the fourth one, he's going to take a break from John Wick. They both are like, yeah, John Wick 5 is coming. We can talk about it. We can start talking about it. Kat, if you don't get out my window.
Oh. He's like,
hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey.
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are we doing? What's going on in here?
Spider cat.
And that's got a collar too. That's somebody's cat. But yeah, John Wick is immortal.
Yeah,
John Wick is immortal.
John Wick is definitely.
John Wick is immortal.
He is immortal. There's something magical about him.
Yes.
And I'm glad they're expanding. I was excited when they finally said that they're going to expand the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I will say you got to get ready though, because when you watch John Wick 4, Great Value Halle Berry's in it.
What?
Great Value Halle Berry's in it.
Who was it?
Great Value. You know how there's Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
And then
there's Great Value.
There's Great Value Fruit Loops.
There's a Great Value Halle Berry in it.
Yes, but not in the way you think. You remember John Wick 3, what Halle Berry and them two dogs did.
Yes.
There's a Great Value because there is another black actor and he has a dog, but it's not. It's cool, but it's not what Halle Berry and her two dogs did in the third one.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's very, very Great Value Halle Berry.
I'll keep that in mind when I watch it.
You're gonna watch it and you're gonna be like, she did this better.
Yeah. Okay.
She did this better.
Got it. That's my. And I'm as we were sitting here and I was talking about they're expanding the universe. I was hoping that they would have maybe got Halle to do something in the universe before she gets. I won't say too old because Halle is already when she did that scene. When she did that one.
When Halle Berry did that boxing move, that kickboxing movie, I said, you know what? You still got it.
Yeah, Halle still got some.
She still got it. Because, again, black don't crack the same way.
No. Oh, no, definitely not the looks. But I'm just saying as far as you're just doing those kind of stunts, you know.
Well, no, for me personally, right, when I say black don't crack, that's not just looks.
Oh, okay.
That's just all around ability. Just all around ability, black don't crack.
Yeah, because she did do all her boxing stunts.
Yes,
she did all that boxing.
She did all of it. So she could do it. I hope she is in that movie.
Yeah, I hope she does it. I hope she does it. Has something to do with it.
Yeah. Spice that movie up. Bring her and them two German Shepherds back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind watching them go ham.
Yeah.
Like they did in that third
movie.
That's incredible, man.
That was incredible. I'll watch that and I'll rewind that scene. I'm like, this is absolutely incredible.
Incredible. Yes. Oh, we could briefly talk about, and then we could honestly get out of here after that. Yeah. We keep saying that, but we're just. Let's talk, because Secret Invasion came out today.
No.
Yes. Today. As we are recording this, Secret Invasion has dropped on Disney Plus.
Have you watched it?
No, I gotta wait for my dad. As soon as he gets home, I'm like, sit down, eat.
Get your plate.
Get your plate, sit down.
Bring it
Let's
here.
go.
Let's do it.
We've got TV to watch. Secret Invasion starts today.
Are they dropping just one episode?
They are.
I was hoping maybe they'd give us 2 episodes.
They are one episode at a time. One episode at a time.
I was hoping they'd at least drop 2.
But from what I am hearing is that, again, reaffirming that we were not dealing with superhero fatigue. We were dealing with trash stories.
Yeah, no, that's what it was.
That's what I have been seeing ever since Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yep.
Guardians, Spider-Man, now I'm here with Secret Invasion, that it is just...
We've been getting trash stories.
Trash stories.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, Sam Jackson is back as Nick Fury.
Yeah.
He's been funny, too, in his interviews. Because he was like, somebody asked him why he wasn't in... Where was it? They asked him why he didn't go to Wakanda. And he said, that's a good question. I have no idea. They were like, yeah, why weren't you in Wakanda? He was like, that's a very good question. I should have been there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
I hadn't thought of it.
You're right.
I never thought about it.
Never thought about it. Never paid it no attention.
Until you just mentioned it.
Never paid it no attention. But there are some
right.
key moments
that you should have been there.
Where you should have been.
Yeah.
And
but now, was he already in space at that time? Because remember, we find out that with the Miss Marvel, was it Miss Marvel, that he was in space?
Yeah, but no,
he wasn't.
No, because remember, he was the one who called her to Earth. Before he vanished.
Yeah.
Before Thanos snapped.
Before the snap.
He was the one who pushed the button to call her to Earth.
Okay. I was thinking.
Unless that was the alien thingy that did it. This is so complicated. Hopefully they explain it.
Yeah, I hope they do.
They explain a lot.
Because again, at the end of which movie was it? At the end of when we find out that he's been in that he was that he's been in space. That he was in space. And so now remember. he's coming back.
Yeah.
Since the so this is, I think, now he's coming back with the Secret Invasion, or maybe the Secret Invasion is a separate story altogether. I don't know. We'll see. 'Cause I'll be watching that tonight.
Yeah,
I'll be watching
Secret Invasion is out today, or as of this recording.
Okay.
And as this comes out, Secret Invasion will be out.
I'm glad you said something because I had been checking, and you're right. That's right now that I'm remembering because I've had a whole bunch of other stuff going on, and I'm remembering that they did announce a date, and that's today. It's today. And then I was on Twitter this morning, and they had something on there about Secret Invasion. But I didn't open it up to see what they were talking about because I was doing something else. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's what they were talking about.
Yep. Secret Invasion out today.
Got it. I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I'm excited.
I used to, have to work and then I'd have to wait till like Friday to watch it.
Yeah.
Because I watch it like, with my dad. But guess who's off and can watch it today?
Probably about 10 episodes, you think?
I hope so, but I doubt it. No other.
You don't think it'll be 10? You don't think it'll be?
Because none of the other shows have been 10.
I thought that was always like a standard.
Not for Marvel shows. No? I don't think. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I thought it was like a standard.
That could be Star Wars Disney shows that don't get 10 episodes.
Yeah, because I think with Marvels, it's almost like been like a standard. At least 10. It's like a 10 episode series. But we'll see.
Well, we'll see.
We will see.
We will see. And we will be here to talk about it.
We will be talking about it.
We will be here to talk about it. So prepare yourselves.
Make sure you watch.
Yes. But until the next one.
We out.
We out.